Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Sci-Fi Journal presented by the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. This episode is for January 2012. I'm Marc Morisseau. Also hosting the show today are Calvin Watts III, Jay Kingston, and James Hinsey. Hey, Fred, press the button. Press the button. There we go. And yeah, first show of 2012.
That's scary.
Saludos, amigos.
I know. It's pretty scary.
No, that's scary.
Yeah.
Ooh, scary stuff.
But it's not going to be the very last year. I mean, get over it. It was just a movie, for God's sakes. But anyway, I'm going to change things up a little bit this month. I'm going to start with one of the favorite segments of the show, a segment we like to call Game Over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Take it away, Calvin.
I like the fact that Jay is smiling right now, and that's really too bad because now I'm going to turn that smile into a frown.
Oh, no.
So there's not a whole lot going on.
Snot a whole lot?
Snot.
Snot a whole lot?
There is not a whole lot going on with DVD and home video releases. I will say that the Star Trek Next Generation Blu-ray sets have been confirmed. The sampler disc will be out at the end of this month with 4 episodes, and season 1 should be later on in the year. Also, A&E has delayed the release of Battlestar Galactica. What the hell am I talking about? Space 1999 season 2 was supposed to come out last year, meaning in 2011, but I guess they're having some issues with the transfer. Why?
Because I didn't like season 2. I like season 1.
I like season two, but season 1 was better.
How many seasons?
Agree.
Did they have 1 or 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
Just 2. All right.
Season 2, they Americanized it, and in my opinion, they degraded the show.
No, some of those stories were pretty good.
Some of the stories were pretty good.
Some of them, yeah, but I mean, as a whole, the season really sucked wind.
Is that the one with the Maya? The
Yeah.
shape
Maya,
changer
yes.
and stuff?
But the first season was so slow-paced in some of those episodes. It was.
But it was still I agree with Jay. But I like the series, so I'll be picking it up, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Not so much in related DVD news, and I freely admit I'm doing this just to get a rise out of Jay, but February, and because you know it had to be coming because Lucas has to grab more money, Star Wars Episode 1 in 3D coming to a theater near you.
Oh, please.
I don't even have anything to swallow that with.
Now, what I don't understand is, I understand he wants to hop on the 3D craze. That's fine. But why not start out with Episode 4? You know, and do the original trilogy first? Because, I mean, how many people, Episode 1 was okay. How many people you really think are going to go see this in 3D?
No.
And then Episode 2 is going to be next? Come on.
Better yet, why not just give us a completely new Star Wars movie and do that in 3D? That would make just as much money.
Or give us Star Wars in 3D so we can watch Hayden Christensen explode over and over and over again. That is what the fans want.
Anyway, so February, I want to say my birthday, the 19th, somewhere around there, coming to a theater near you.
All right.
Isn't that awesome?
So we know where Calvin's going for his birthday.
Yeah, maybe if I can drag somebody and I go to a matinee. Look, I like the movie, but I don't like it that much.
I have plans that day.
Geo, go. Yeah.
I haven't looked at my calendar yet, but I know I'm busy.
I know this isn't really game over news, but I do want to take a moment to, because I'm a big comic book fan, and we've had 2 big losses over the past month. They're not really well-known names outside of the comic book world, but it doesn't mean that their significance is not any less. Joe Simonson recently passed away. He was the co-creator of Captain America along with Jack Kirby back in the early 40s.
Is he a relative of Walt Simonson?
I don't believe so.
No.
And then even a bigger deal, but again not as well known because of the whole Bob Kane controversy, it was all intents and purposes the co-creator of Batman. A lot of the Batman myths like the Joker and Catwoman. Jerry Robinson passed away after an illness. He was in his late 90s, but he did a lot to contribute to Batman and how he is today. So they will be missed.
And we've also had 2 other science fiction luminaries pass since the last taping. Anne McCaffrey,
Oh, absolutely.
who wrote many of these books in front of us, or all of these books in front of us. She was the creator of the Dragon Rider of Pern series. She was very beloved by the fan community, and she was a wonderful, wonderful giving person. And she will be missed. And another one who was one of my favorite science fiction artists, Mark and I on the ride in this morning were discussing how his artwork was responsible for us picking up some of the books that we did just because of the great covers. It was Darrell K. Sweet.
Yep.
He
Those 3 down right there, are covers that he did.
he did the covers for a lot of the Xanth series
Yep.
by Piers Anthony. And Darrell died very young, actually. I think he was, what, 69?
Yeah.
Darrell Sweet was 77.
77, that's right.
Was he 77?
Yep.
It's still very young nowadays. So they will both be missed quite dearly in the community. So
Okay.
that's it.
Moving on to video gaming news. The fall is here and now gone, and with it, a new Xbox 360 dashboard has come out.
Christmas is come and gone, so hopefully you're still playing.
Well, I'm playing. The question is,
Call of Duty.
are you going to be playing? That's
I don't
the
know.
question.
We'll see. See, we taped this before the holidays,
And
so
I'm
you'll
definitely,
have to find out till the
I'll
February
definitely be
episode.
playing Call of Duty. We'll get to that in a little bit.
All right.
Mark's going to be keeping his hands nice and warm with that lump of coal he's getting.
That's right.
So the new Xbox dashboard really makes it a whole interactive box. There's a lot of more new like music and video apps that they've gone into a lot of agreements with stuff like YouTube and Verizon Fios. UFC has a channel on there now, so you can order pay-per-views directly through the Xbox, and you can do interactive stuff. Sci-Fi has a presence on there, and there's a bunch more channels and stuff coming up. So it's kind of cool. And they also have much more interacting with Facebook and Twitter. You can do like beacons now. So if you hook it up to your Facebook account, for example, and you want to play Call of Duty, you can send like a message out to your friends list on Facebook and on the dashboard and say, hey, I'm playing this, come and join me.
That's kind of scary. I mean, it's going to get to the point where you can't even give birth unless you have a Facebook account.
Social networking,
You know what I'm
dude.
saying? It's like, do you have a Facebook account?
Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about
No
that,
babies for
Mark.
you. Yeah. We got that taken care of a long time ago.
Okay. Moving on, available for the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation version of their arcade is Pinball FX2. Now that's been out for a while, and I've been touting it here and there. And they've had a bunch of Marvel Universe tables, which have been really, really good. They had a Captain America table, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, their Vengeance and Virtue, downloadable content is now available, and it has 4 tables. Moon Knight, Thor, Ghost Rider, and the X-Men finally make an appearance.
All right.
I haven't tried any of them yet, but all the other Marvel tables have been pretty good, so I'm sure these will be fine, and I love pinball. In fact, Williams, they're going to be doing another pinball app, which they're going to be taking like the old famous like pinballs from like the 70s and 80s, like Pinbot and stuff, and they're going to be recreating them on a console. So I mean, it's not the real thing, but it's as close as you can
Those
get.
many hours I spent playing Star Trek the Motion Picture Pinball. It was amazing.
Invaders from Mars, all that
Go
stuff.
fry Lee's head.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Somewhere at home, I've got a degree from the 4th floor University of CCRI in pinball and pool.
Congratulations.
My friend said I spent so much time up there instead of in class.
They gave
that
you an
me a
award? There you go.
So
There was recently a leaked ad for like a comic book. I forget what the comic book was, but what was important is the ad was for Lego Batman 2.
Yes.
Now, the Lego Batman was one of the best Lego series, and probably the best game outside of like the Star Wars stuff that they've had. And it looks like Wonder Woman and Superman, because they're in the ad, so it looks like they'll be playable characters in this game. More information as it comes, but I'm looking forward to that. I loved Lego Batman. Now, this is not quite video game news, although it is video game related, but I found this very interesting, and it's how technology is going. The French Louvre, am I saying that right? Museum?
The Louvre.
Yeah, where the Mona Lisa is, and a lot of
The Louvre.
very, very famous works. They're going to start replacing their audio guides this year with Nintendo 3DSs. Nintendo is going to give them 5,000 of the handhelds, and they're going to run on special software that Nintendo's developing in concert with the museum. It's going to basically be able to track where you are inside the museum. It'll also be an audio guide, and it'll also give you helpful information, it's very interactive, and they figure that the people that are coming in are much more in tune with like today's technology, and this will help them out. I think that's really cool.
You can
So
get
it'll
lost
be-
there in the Louvre.
It'll have a GPS, and it'll be location dependent,
Yeah.
and reveal information
it's a
about the
very
works of art.
Exactly. So
Very nice.
That's pretty cool. Now, Modern Warfare 3, we were talking about that. Over $1 billion to date.
No kidding.
That
really?
is freaking crazy. But it's been a lot of fun. I've been playing a lot of multiplayer. And I like playing the hardcore modes because it makes it better for, frankly, older players like me. I don't have the reflexes that most of the kids on my bus do. So I have to use my brain and have to think a little bit more. Yes, Jay, I know there's a comment coming.
No. I wasn't going to make any kind of snide remark. I'm just thinking that you ever get the feeling that somebody's covertly training our young people and our video game players for urban combat. Is it a sneaky way of preparing us for something that's coming?
But it's always been the way since cops and robbers,
Oh, yeah.
cowboys and Indians, and
Oh, yeah.
playing
it's not
toy
surprising.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch that G4 TV show, Armed Patrol, guess what they're using to control the robots to defuse the bombs? They're using Xbox and PS3 controllers because the kids already know how to use them.
Well, so they updated the playlist, and so I play hardcore mode, and the thing with hardcore mode is that friendly fire is on, so you can kill your teammates. So up until now.
Wow, that is hard.
Oh, well, it is, because you have people going around just jumping in games and being goofballs, and they'll just shoot their own teammates just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Well, now they have a ricochet mode, which basically, if you go and try to shoot one of your own teammates, the fire gets directed back at you, and you just kill yourself, and it doesn't penalize your team. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And they have also started banning people from tampering with the game. But it's not a permanent ban, which is what people were thinking. You only get banned for 5,000 days.
Is that
Is that all?
That's all. So that works out to like 13 and a half years,
Right.
which is kind of funny. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. But people if you got gamers who are really into that game, good Lord, God knows what they'd do if they couldn't play for that many hours.
All right, a couple other quick
They
things.
might even have a life. Okay.
And we'll be done. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been announced. It looks like they're going back to San Andreas, which is the fictional city of LA.
Yep.
So more on that as it comes, but they had a little teaser trailer. That looks pretty cool. Alan Wake is going to have a new episode coming out. It's called Alan Wake's American Nightmare. It's going to be exclusive to Xbox Live Arcade. Now, that was one of the best titles that I played in like the past 18 months. And if you haven't played it, what are you waiting for? You can probably get it cheap. Go now. Excellent horror / adventure title. And last but certainly not least, I know we had talked about a while ago about I Am Alive, which is, yes, I know, I'm alive. The trailer was first shown, I want to say like 3 years ago, and it was basically, there was a mega earthquake that happened in Chicago, and this guy was knocked out for a couple of days, and he came to, and chaos is going everywhere, and so he's trying to find his girlfriend and get out of the city alive. The title went into limbo for a good 2 or 3 years, but now it's coming back out as an arcade title, and it should be out hopefully by this taping. So
nice.
Looking forward to that. And that's all I got.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's move right into something we like to call Toob News. Do you know that series Face Off on the Sci-Fi Channel last year about the competition between the different makeup artists? They're doing it again for 2012. It's going to premiere Wednesday, January 11th at 10 p.m. There are 14 contestants this year, 14 different people competing for the role of #1 makeup artist, and they get this big They get this big gig if they happen to win. That was a great competition.
It
To see
was.
all the
It was
different
fun.
techniques and
Yeah.
stuff. It was a lot of fun. The only thing I didn't like about it was some of the soap opera elements between I hate this person or I hate that person, but it's just kind of, it's part of
That's
the drama
part of reality.
of reality
TV.
shows, so you got to tolerate it. But otherwise, pretty neat show that you should check out. Like I said, Wednesday, January 11th at 10 p.m. The Vampire Diaries, if you're into that show, returns to the CW on January 5th at 8 p.m. That's my birthday. Send gifts. Thank you very much. All right. There's a show on the Sci-Fi Channel coming up called Lost Girl. And I'm not sure if Sarah should cover her ears if we listen to this. But anyways, as America awaits the debut of Lost Girl on the Sci-Fi Channel in January, the series continues to be a success because it's already been running in Canada. The countries that decide by each with us. It's currently airing its second season. The genre drama focuses on a succubus that has been given the green light for a third season.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So,
Okay.
a great show we're not watching yet.
That's right. It stars supernatural seductress Bo, that's the character's name, played by Anna Silk. She's a tough yet lovable succubus who survives. I just like that word. Say it all together now.
Succubus.
Okay. Who survives by feeding off sexual energy. So in this case, if she walked into a sci-fi convention, she'd starve to death. She discovers she's one of the Fae, creatures of legend and folklore. You like that one? Creatures of legend and folklore who live among humans. Bo refuses to choose an allegiance to either the dark or light Fae clans as she embarks on a personal mission to unlock the secrets of her origin. So she sucks out the sexual energy of people. And I'm not sure if it's male or female or cats and dogs. I don't know how she does it, but
Well, succubi, plural,
yes, plural.
I believe, aren't picky.
No.
No, from everything that I've ever read about them, they will go after anything that has any kind of energy.
There you go.
So,
And
watch
she
out
may-
for the squirrels in your backyard.
She may also have some transformation abilities, so she could maybe appear male to some.
Oh,
So that could be part of the. I haven't seen anything about
yeah,
the
they're
show,
kind
but that
of
would be.
gender neutral.
Guess we'll
Yeah.
have to watch.
We'll have to watch it to find out, and we'll talk about it next month. There we go. ABC has given the green light to a science fiction comedy from writer Dan Fogelman. The pilot, which will be produced by ABC Studios, centers on a family that moves into a highly desirable gated community in New Jersey. Are there any desirable gated communities in Jersey? Only to discover that the entire neighborhood is made up of aliens disguised as humans. That's all we know about the show.
That's why we have The Situation and Snooki.
That's right.
and, you know,
Maybe we've already got the show and we don't even know about it.
Jersey Shore.
Men in
Crazy
Black.
show. We never know. And then finally, The Walking Dead. Awesome program.
Yes.
Returns to finish up season 2 beginning Sunday, February 12th on AMC.
Not soon
Anybody
enough.
want ribs?
They're really, yeah, with a lot of barbecue sauce and so
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
That's right. And that's all I have for.
I have one little bit for you.
Go right ahead.
That show you talked about last month, American Horror Story.
Yes.
Renewed.
I know it's been
Yeah.
renewed. God help us.
You know why it was renewed?
Why?
Because you hate it.
It sucks. I hate that show. Stupid show.
Everyone
about,
I know loves it.
I know.
Any
but I'm just-
word on
I'm just
Grimm
me.
or,
It's just me. Nothing about Grimm. No, I haven't heard anything about Grimm.
I love that show.
You know, and Chuck, of course, is finishing out its.
Chuck
last
is finishing
season,
out. Yep.
which is
great.
good.
So, I mean, I think the blonde on that show is incredibly sexy, but for some reason, Chuck's sister is the one that really does it for me.
Absolutely.
Chuck's sister. Oh, okay.
Oh, he has a sister.
Oh yeah, she's
Oh,
Hello.
come on.
There we go.
so.
Hubba.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, and that's all I have. That's it. Is that it? Okay. That's all we have this month for Tube News. Let's move along to the wonderful world of movies and something we like to call popcorn previews.
We're starting off this month
Oh, your fingers. Okay.
with preview of Battleship, starring Liam Neeson, Michael Bay production. And this, we showed you a preview of this a little while ago, but which camera am I supposed to? Oh, there's the spot right there. Okay. We showed you preview previously but this is a new preview, and it kicks butt. So let's take a look at it.
To the Rimpak International Naval War Games.
Got an unknown surface contact, 8,000 yards.
Is this some kind of exercise?
Probably. I want to have this thing thoroughly investigated.
We'll get a team in the water right away.
Get me on it.
Don't think that's a good idea!
Got it, Chief.
Get out of there, Alex.
That's not good.
What the hell is that? My dad said they'd come. He said we ain't alone. He said one day we find them, or they'd find us.
Where's the captain?
Captain is dead, sir.
Who's next in charge?
You are.
They've created a barrier.
My radar's totally down.
We can't seem to penetrate it.
We have 3 destroyers still unaccounted for, so it's conceivable we do have somebody inside.
What are your orders?
We're going in.
What the hell are you doing to us?
Keep firing!
Next, we have Disney Pixar's Brave. Now, this is a really cool-looking film. It's something close, near, dear to my heart.
Is this a longer clip than we saw before?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's a longer clip, and I love anything that's Celtic lore and things like that. And this film just looks really, really cool. They're handling what looks like some mature content.
You're going to be wearing your kilt to go to this film.
Aye, lad. I'm carrying
What
my
kind of an accent
claymore
was
with
that?
2 tassels.
That didn't work at all. Okay.
So, anyway, let's take a look at that beautiful bean footage.
I saw something that day, something I'll not forget. It stands 12 feet tall, with razor-sharp claws. His hide littered with the weapons of fallen warriors. His face scarred with one dead eye. I drew my sword and...
Chomp! Dad's leg was clean off!
Oh, that's my favorite part.
In accordance with our laws, the firstborn of each of the great leaders must prove their worth. Merida, stop! A lady enjoys elegant pursuits.
I present my only son. He took out a whole armada single-handedly. He was... With one arm, he was steering the ship.
I want my freedom. But are you willing to pay the price your freedom will cost?
Careful what you wish for, my mother would say.
What's the worst that could happen? No more fighting! Show a little decorum!
Feast your eyes!
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
All right. Next, we have another Dr. Seuss movie. I believe by the same people who brought us Horton Hears a Who.
I believe so.
And there was, what other one did they do?
Cat in Hat?
No, I don't think that was the...
The other ones were live action.
Yeah, the other ones were live action. This is CGI.
Good.
And it stars Danny DeVito as the voice of the Lorax. Now, this is an ecological-based film. It's going to be a lot longer than the TV cartoon version of the Lorax that was out before, and it looks pretty funny. And it's got that stunning 3D CGI type animation that I'm really appreciating so much lately. So let's take a look at that.
Welcome to Sneedville, a city they say that was plastic and fake. And they liked it that way. No nature, no flowers, no one seemed to mind. But a secret was waiting for someone to find.
Oh, hi, Ted. Do you want to see something cool?
Whoa, what are those?
Trees. They used to grow all around here. What I want more than anything is to see a real living tree.
From the creators of Despicable Me.
Whoa.
No one ever leaves town.
See what he's up to. Comes the world of Dr. Seuss as you've never seen it before.
Okay.
So, you want to know what happened to the trees? Well, I didn't think anyone still cared.
Well, that's me, the guy who still cares.
It all started a long time ago when I accidentally summoned a mystical creature as old as time itself, the Lorax.
Hey, did you chop down this tree?
What's that?
Hey!
I think he did it. You need to change the way things are.
I won't let you down.
You got a beautiful town here, Ted. I can't think of any reason you'd ever want to go outside of town again.
Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. I think the Lorax meant for you to have this.
The last seed.
It's not about what it is. It's about what it can become.
Bring it on, Teddy!
I could just kiss you right now. We don't have time for that.
I don't know, we have a little time.
Dr. Seuss's The Lorax.
So who invited the giant furry peanut?
I'll go right up your nose.
Whoa! You wouldn't hit a woman.
That's a woman?
All right, next we have The Divide, starring Mila Jovovich and...
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, I knew Mark would jump on that.
Hello.
What a surprise.
She's one of my favorite actresses.
And Michael Biehn. And I have to admit that I know nothing about this movie. So, Calvin, why don't you talk about it?
Basically, what it does is that there's a group of people live in this apartment, like townhouse in New York City.
Yes.
And there's a nuclear attack. And so the city is getting destroyed, and apparently there's a fallout shelter in the basement of this complex. And so a bunch of survivors get down there, lock themselves in from the outside world, and then they slowly start to lose hope and
turn on
get
each other.
crazy, turn on each other, that sort of stuff. It also has the guy from Heroes, who's the Peter, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, okay.
But he's also in it. It looks really good. Supposedly Michael Biehn gives one of his best performances of his career, and we haven't seen him in a while, so I'm looking forward to seeing
Psychological
this.
film.
Yes.
All right, well, let's take a look at that footage.
Yep.
We're gonna go now!
survivors in a building. Do you copy?
I want to go home. You just have to be patient, okay? And then it'll get better outside.
Have you looked at us? We're dying in here.
What do you want to do, Josh?
I'll bet you're just waiting for one of us to die so you can have all the food you can eat.
What's going on?
I'm rationing the supplies.
It's not your call.
Well, groups break down into self-interest during times of scarcity.
Josh! Keep pushing me, Mickey. You can see what happens. Help me!
Milo Ventimiglia.
Milo Ventimiglia, very good. Yep.
And he's doing comic books right now too. He's writing his own comic. Cool.
Very nice.
Another piece of useless information for you.
Next we have The Avengers. Now this has been long anticipated.
Right. This movie better not suck. I'm going to be really disappointed.
Marvel's Avengers with...
They've been pushing this thing like the best thing since sliced bread. So
Oh yeah. Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
Of course.
Or some people are calling it Iron Man 3. But.
Thor is in it. Hawkeye is in it. Black Widow is in it.
Yep.
The Hulk is in it. And who else?
Captain America.
Captain America is in it. So it's everybody that we've seen before, with the exception of the Hulk, is now being played by a third actor.
Yes.
Who I'm not familiar with.
Mark Ruffalo.
Okay, Mark
Good
Ruffalo.
actor.
He was in Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep. Yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, all right. I remember him in that. Right.
And he's done romantic comedies that my wife has forced me to watch and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here comes the footage, and you decide for yourself. It looks pretty kick butt to me. But let's take a look.
You were made to be ruled. In the end, it'll be every man for himself.
What do we do? We get ready.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. So when we needed them, they could fight the battles that we never could. Gentlemen, what are you prepared to do?
No offense, but I don't play well with others.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Dr. Banner, your work is unparalleled, and I'm a huge fan of the way you lose control and turn into an enormous green rage monster.
Thanks.
Do you realize we have five superhero movies coming out this year?
In 2012?
Oh, absolutely.
Ghost Rider, which looks horrible.
Don't go there. Don't even say his name. All right.
Why not?
Thank you.
So
Spider-Man.
But there's Ghost Rider, Spider-Man,
Yep.
Superman later on in the year,
Yep.
Yes.
The Avengers, and then
Dark Knight.
Dark
Yep.
Knight.
At least 5 are coming out.
Well, at least 5, yeah. That's a good year.
And I got that right, 5.
And they say superhero movies are not popular.
Next, we have Journey 2. Now this is Journey to the Center of the Earth 2. Now I don't know why they're calling it Journey 2, because it's actually an adventure based on a group of people who are trying to find Mysterious Island by Jules Verne.
Right.
It's Mysterious Island. It's the chronicles turn out to be real. There really was a group of people who found Mysterious Island, and Jules Verne happened to be, I guess, one of the people who found it or wrote about it. And a group of adventurers set out looking for this other adventurer who has disappeared. And they come across him on Mysterious Island, and it's all the adventures that they have while they're on the island. It looks pretty entertaining. It looks like a family film to me. I don't have a rating on it yet. All I can tell you is that it's being released, I believe, in March. And it stars Dwayne Johnson, otherwise known as The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done some pretty entertaining films as far as like comedy stuff and lighthearted films. So this looks pretty good. Let's take a look at that footage.
We need someone to take us to an island located here.
That's the deadliest part of the ocean. There is no island there.
Ooh, baby, easy peasy. Let's go. Oh! That's my security system.
I'd rather take the Titanic.
Here's the deal. A few nights ago, a radio signal got sent out from these coordinates. It could be the mysterious island that Jules Verne wrote about.
You think you're gonna travel halfway around the world and meet up with some lunatic who's messing around on a ham radio?
It's not some lunatic. It's my grandfather. He's been looking for Mysterious Island for over half of his life.
Where are we?
Hey, I think I found a way off the beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you
the Mysterious Island.
This is heaven. I'm checking in.
This is amazing.
Well, don't just stand there.
Grandpa!
Who's up for an adventure?
What is this place?
Atlantis.
Mountain of gold.
I can't believe it.
In 2 weeks, we'll be on the cover of Time magazine.
This is amazing! Oh!
Let me warn you, this island is full of dark jungles and terrifying creatures.
That's emasculating.
What was that?
This island's about to go under.
How much time do we have?
2-3 hours max. These aren't rocks, they're eggs.
We just need to move carefully. Lizards have an incredible sense of smell.
Oh!
If we get torn to bits,
Run!
I'm blaming you.
Way to slay the heart. Getting the attention of a woman is one of the hardest things to do. So you've got to do this.
What is that?
The peck pop of love. Now go on and throw a berry. Boom.
And that's all she wrote for this month for Popcorn Previews.
Did you want to add something, Calvin?
No, I have nothing to add. Other than bah humbug.
Bah humbug. Yes, speaking
It's
of
on his
bah,
hat.
I know.
I know.
So James.
Yes.
Time for Anime Daisuki. Tell us what the bah humbug ad is about.
Well, you know, my Snapish character really needed something to decorate himself with for the holidays. I saw this on another Snape cosplayer, and I said, I have to get that hat.
Isn't Snape dead?
No, he's not.
Didn't he die in the movie, the last one?
No, he's not.
James.
It's a figment of your
James.
imagination.
Snape is dead.
All right.
Sorry.
Anyway,
He'll live on forever.
Magic
You
is
can get
forever.
this. You can get this online, or you can get this at your local super grocery store in this area.
No, you can probably get it online since it's after Christmas, and won't be seeing it until January.
But I got
Still.
it. I got it at the local grocery store.
Okay.
Right. So Anime Daisuki time. I've got a bunch of little things here, including some Harry Potter news and some books. These are some of the books that Anne McCaffrey wrote. Anne McCaffrey had passed away. This is the first 2 volumes of her Dragons of Pern, Riders of Pern novels, Dragon Flight and Dragon Quest, the story of Lessa and Flar. Her original novella won Hugo Awards and Nebula Awards, and she turned it into a novel form. And then most of the books that are in front of me are from the Dragon Riders of Pern series. Her son Todd McCaffrey is also writing books now in that series, and those have been pretty good and well received. This one's a Crystal Singer, about a girl named Kilishandra who goes to a planet that has lots of crystals out there, and she goes out and kind of like a prospector and finds them. But her singing voice is so beautiful and strong that she can attune with the crystal with her singing and release energies. And so that's become part of why she's so special about finding these crystals and becoming the Crystal Singer. There's a couple other books like this in terms of series that she has. Another is The Ship Who Sang. These are about the brains and bronze. Someone who may be disabled or becomes physically malformed and unable to maybe survive in a human body can be placed their brain into a receptacle that would let them control like a spaceship. And then their partners, the Brawn, is the human that is also on the spaceship, and they travel through the galaxy. And there's also another series of books co-written with, I think, Jodie Lynn Nye or Elizabeth Moon.
So it's like a symbiotic relationship.
Yes. The brain, actually physical brain that runs the ship, and then the Brawn, who's the person that can, take over manually if need to, actually go outside the ship and do things. And there's also one of the other books is The City Who Fought and The Ship Who Searched, and it's an excellent series. And then there's another one that is the Rowan and the Powers That Be. There's this family of psychics, and part of the there's like this the Rhine Institute that's sort of like the Psy-Corps kind of thing. And she had all these books, and a lot of these covers, like the dragon ones, are all Michael Whelan covers. They're beautiful. If they make a series or movie, which they're planning to right now, if they don't look like this, it's not worth going.
No, they've been planning for years. And they tried for years.
Ron Moore
and stuff, but
Ron Moore, after
she
doing
kept fighting him left tooth and nail.
Not so much. I mean, she actually there was that Atlantis Alliance company in Canada was going to produce a show, and they actually had her out in Canada, and they were showing her how the dragon riders would ride on the harness and stuff like that. And then Ron Moore was going to do it after he did Roswell.
Okay.
But then that fell through, and then he did Battlestar Galactica instead. So there's been attempts, but I think this time, with CGI and everything that can get the dragons and the thread to look awesome, it'll happen.
Okay. What else you got?
And then I went to the Quidditch World Cup, and I've got a little story here for you guys that I've put together, and also a bit about the University of Rhode Island's Rhody Ridgebacks. So I want you guys to check this out right here. Quidditch, the fastest growing sport across college campuses. I visited URI's campus, where the Rhody Ridgebacks were hosting a Triwizard tournament to raise support and money for their Quidditch team. Zara Collier and a few of her fellow students decided to form the team after meeting in astronomy class.
We became friends, and we decided we wanted to start a Quidditch club. From there, it was just a matter of talking to the right people, getting some other people interested, and doing the paperwork. Right now, it's not like we're like football or baseball or anything like that. At the collegiate level, we are actually running it as a club organization through the Student Senate organizations. We're almost at our, 1-year anniversary, and it's been great. Our numbers have tripled since then.
The Triwizard tournament had an obstacle course with screaming mermaids and water balloons, a Catch the Snitch with dragons protecting the snitch, and a campus-wide scavenger hunt. The following week, I was in New York City for the 5th annual Quidditch World Cup, which took place on Randall's Island, centered between the boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, and Manhattan. 94 teams played on 9 pitches from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, with games starting every 30 to 40 minutes. I was there rooting on the New York Battleship in their bid for Division II championship. Most teams are from colleges, and others like the New York Battleship and the Jetpack Ninja Dinosaurs are community teams.
Well, we're a Quidditch team. Started with a bunch of people from Colorado, just a bunch of guys, and then, they went their ways, going from New York, MSU, and then we just got 2 teams, and now we're together playing for the World Cup.
Internationally, there were several teams from Canada and one from Finland. Sunday, the tournament went into bracket play to get down to the finals, which were played in Icon Stadium that night. The Quidditch World Cup was a fantastic time, and at the next World Cup, Rhode Island may be represented by the Rhody Ridgebacks or a team from Rhode Island's own Quidditch League. All right, so that was the Quidditch World Cup and the Rhody Ridgebacks.
That looked cool, James.
Wow. Oh. Did anybody lose their private parts on broomsticks during this thing? Any accidents?
There were some injuries, bruises, contusions, and sprains and stuff like that, but no broken bones this year that I know of.
Wow, that's no fun. I wanted to get footage of that at least.
Yeah, but 2 days of Quidditch and was just awesome.
Okay.
New York City is a great place. And then on to anime news, a little anime news. Battle Royale is finally going to get a Blu-ray release here in the U.S.
Cool.
Right, which will include the first one and number 2, Battle Royale number 2. And then Funimation has a Full Metal Alchemist film, The Sacred Star of Milos, and that's going to be coming out to theaters across the country. They have a schedule for that. Boston, I couldn't find Providence, but there might be one in Boston. And then Nicktoons, the cable channel Nicktoons, is having Dragon Ball GT anime starting in January. They have been playing Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is like a sort of a condensed version of Dragon Ball Z, and so that's going to be playing on Nicktoons. And the next Battleship Yamato film, I thought it was going to be a series. It's going to be a film instead, so that's coming in the spring.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, now, have we already mentioned that Miyazaki has made The Borrowers?
Oh yes, I did. It's coming to theaters in February.
Yes, it is, and it looks fabulous.
Disney's distributing.
My wife and I saw the preview of it the other night when we went to see the Muppets.
Yep. Ariety, they're calling it. So, and
looks excellent.
And that's been like the largest money-making film in Japan this past year.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, even my wife sat there. Anything Miyazaki, Barbara will go to see because it's just such beautiful eye candy.
Right.
And she saw that, so we got to see that. So.
Cool. Is that it?
Yes.
That's all you got for Anime Daisuki?
Yep.
That's a lot of cool stuff. All right. Thank you, James. And finally, we have a segment we like to call Toys, Props, and Other Stuff! In the wonderful world of sci-fi collectibles, where we look at things and point at them and talk about them. So what's up first? Go ahead, Gatlin.
Okay, on one side, I have finally gotten around to pick up L.A. Noire, which is an awesome, awesome game.
Right.
Available for your PlayStation 3 and your Xbox 360. It's basically a 40s era film noir type,
very realistic looking,
very realistic police detective game, and it's definitely worth it.
Yep.
In the middle, one of the things I picked up on Black Friday very cheaply, The Matrix. Do you realize The Matrix is 13 years old?
I know.
That's scary, but it's still, now the sequels sucked eggs. But the original is still, to me, an iconic piece of work.
I love watching the original still.
And that's why I picked it up.
Yep.
And on the other side of that, I finally got around to getting my limited edition collector's copy of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which is the direct prequel to the Ocarina of Time. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I will during like Christmas vacation. Looking forward to it though.
Right.
Probably the last great Wii game that'll come out before the new Wii U next year or this year.
Here we have some of Anne McCaffrey's books, Pegasus in Flight, and the 2 hardcover ones, and all the Wares of Pern. The Wares are where the dragon riders live, usually in a cave-like kind of thing up in the mountains, like Bendon Ware was in the cave. And that on the cover there is the white dragon that belongs to Jackson. He wound up when the dragon was born and picked him as his rider. It was the white dragon. It became very influential in the 4th and 5th book, and throughout the series after that, I think, as a leader of the Dragon Riders.
Okay.
Over to the left there is Dinosaur Planet and Dinosaur Planet Survivors. These are 2 books from Anne McCaffrey. This planet has dinosaurs on it, and there's
makes sense.
Yeah, these explorers are on it, and they kind of got stranded there. But these covers are by Darrell K. Sweet.
That's right.
And then to the left of that even is a Decision at Duna. Humans are trying to colonize this planet. There's this local native population of people there who look kind of like large cats or lions, something like that. And then
so they bring a big bag of catnip and it's all over.
And so they're trying to make peace between him, and this cover is also another Darrell K. Sweet cover. Cool. Darrell K. Sweet had a great style, lots of rich colors, lots of detail, and the the people they used as his models were like the same, so you kind of see the same guy, like Flinks in the Alan Dean Foster's novels. It's the same person, you know, also in other books, but done for other authors.
I hope he got royalties. Lord of the Rings, the extended, get yourself a colostomy bag because you'll never go to the bathroom. It's so damn long.
You know what? Shut up over there, okay? Just because you're more of a Twilight fan than a Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh yeah, put a B in front of that.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
I have that book.
But for I know.
I do too.
But for fans who like this stuff, go ahead.
This is the extended version of the 3 films that have finally. It was released on Blu-ray last year, and it was the reason why I got up at midnight to go out on Black Friday. Because I got it really, really cheap, and I absolutely love these films, as do many other people, so you can just be quiet over there. It comes in a really nice packaging assortment. It looks really good on your bookshelf.
Right.
And these films will be around forever.
Anyway, what else we got here for toys, props, and other stuff? I like Popular Mechanics magazine. This is a great stuff. If you're a sci-fi fan, there's always some great sci-fi fact and fiction articles in this magazine. Computer Power User, which is a great magazine. If you go to computerpoweruser.com, it's very technical, but it's good stuff.
Okay, my little toy this month is a Hot Wheels version of the Back to the Future DeLorean time machine. Extremely well detailed, as you can see.
I went to the World Cup, and I needed something to carry all my stuff in.
Right.
So I found this drawstring bag, right? And then I had a couple of Slytherin patches that I haven't used yet.
Oh, cool.
So I covered up the bag logo with my Slytherin patches.
Who's better than you?
Yeah.
It looks like Snape's underpants.
So this was great.
That's
then
even more
I could
painful.
carry my,
Your wand.
my wand,
Your
and my extra underwear and stuff like that.
You can carry a quaffle.
Sounds good. All right, as always, if you would like to get in touch with us, but based on what you've seen so far, you probably don't want to, our website is www.risfc.org. And go to our website. We've got YouTube and Facebook pages and other ways to get in touch with us. We have a live audience this month. We want to say hi to Charlie and Peter. Thank you very much for being in the live audience. We'll probably never see them again. It's a shame.
Now that they've seen how the show is done.
That's right. And we also want to mention, Cal, we want to talk about TempleCon, which is coming up the first weekend, I believe, in February.
Yes, I'm looking forward to doing that. This will be our 3rd or 4th go around.
I think our 3rd. And the weekend afterwards is our bi-monthly Rhode Island Science Fiction Club meeting. So watch our website for more details about that. February 11th, we've got our next activity coming up. We always talk about how this program is sponsored by the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. So this year we're going to give you some more details about the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club.
Yes, it's coming up on our 25th anniversary.
That's right.
For the club.
And then,
Since we've been deluged with requests of information about the club.
There you go.
And the show's now 16 years, is it? 17?
16, 17.
This will be our 17th year coming fall.
And seen
If
as
we
far
make it
away
that far.
as
California, Maine, Ohio, Illinois, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia.
South Africa?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Oi.
Yeah.
Oi.
Oh, that's Australia.
But yeah, maybe we'll get picked up somewhere else. And but yeah, we're all over the place. Hey, Kansas, how you doing?
Nice to meet you. All right, so that's going to be it for this month, January 2012 edition of Sci-Fi Journal. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in February, the month of love.
And the monkeys wave goodbye.
The high sign.
Remember that?